Do I regret buying the camera? You know, well, I've had the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro for about a month now, and I've been filming on and off, but most of all, I've been checking for those issues that some of you are having with the camera. But let me show you what I found before let's do this. Thank you, all of you, because we have passed 1K. I am extremely happy. Cheers. This is the first time in my life that I touched a Blackmagic design product. For me, it was pretty easy. The transition from a camera with an amazing autofocus to a camera that would be like I said in my previous video, like driving a manual transmission car. The screen is amazing. The menu, it's amazing. It's really user-friendly. But some people have been complaining of having either a very green screen or a very cold screen. What I found out is that the camera has LUTs built in, and what I did is that with the second button on top, I assigned it to a LUT. So I'm looking at the image through my screen and I see a very milky image. I press the LUT button and I see a very normal screen, very similar to what I'm going to have at the end. Maybe I'm one of the lucky ones that got the camera without any problems with the screen. Some people have been complaining of having a blue tint with the built-in ND filters. I'm filming during the day, daylight, a lot of sun, and I go up to 6 stops of ND filter because I wanted to open all the way my lens. And yes, I noticed there is a bluish tint. But then I went on Final Cut Pro and I just moved 2 wheels, something very easy and something very fast, and I corrected that incredible blue tint some people are complaining about. So the choice is yours. I mean, you can carry your camera and carry your ND filter with you and all the step-up rings. Just keep in mind the hazard, and every time you have to change lenses, you're gonna have to screw and unscrew step-up rings, and the ND filters, they can fall, they can damage. And this is a camera which has ND filters built in. Maybe they're not perfect, although Blackmagic Design is working on that, like they say. But you know, the choice is yours. Michael or Michelle Nurse or Nurse commented in my last video, I'm not very sure which one to pick between the 6K Pro and a Sony because of the lack of image stabilization the 6K Pro has. Michelle, I just wanted to tell you something. If I had the money, I would have bought the FX6. That's my favorite camera because of the internal ND filters, the system of ND filters that camera has, and because of the low light capability, apart from the color, etc., etc. But also the FX6 doesn't have any IBIS. The Sony a7S III, which is a beast of a camera, it has IBIS inside. If you film all the time with the gimbal, or if you film all the time using IBIS, if you have a camera with IBIS, you will express something, and your footage will have a flavor, which could be excellent for certain moments, but maybe not for others. Keep in mind that if you are filming with a big camera, because it's heavier, you won't have any IBIS. But the flavor will be different because you will be looking at things as if you were seeing those things. It's like you're looking through the eyes of the camera. So this is something to keep in consideration. I did a test anyway, just for you, if this can help you in making your decision. I don't make any money if you buy the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro or if you buy the Sony. But I just did that for you because I thought it was a very interesting question and important to show also. So I took the camera with me to the stables and I did a panning movement. And you can see here how the camera performs, and I did a tilt movement also, and you see, and then the most obvious is me walking with the camera, and you can see there is a handheld camera or movement, and then I apply stabilization. So I'm going to split the screen here. You see on the left, you see the image without any stabilization, and on the right, you see the image with digital stabilization. Another very important element this camera came with was the battery. This camera is using NP batteries and they last longer, they're bigger and they last longer. The original battery that came with the camera has 3,500 milliamps. Those ones you find, like third-party batteries that you find on Amazon, etc., they have lower amp, therefore they last a shorter amount of time and they take more time charging. I bought a couple of them with the charger from Amazon and I returned them 2 days after because the performance was so bad and the charger used to take about 7 hours to charge the batteries. And so I got these batteries, which the brand is ENEGON. I'm going to put the description anyway down there for you. They're really good, they perform really well. I think there are two great choices you can make. Number one is to buy the battery grip because you can have 3 batteries in the camera, 1 inside and 2 in the battery grip. But also you can change the batteries in the battery grip while you're filming so you don't have to stop. And that's an amazing thing. You can also charge the 3 batteries inside the camera. You start filming with the camera and after 15 minutes the icon goes half and you say, wow, it's draining a lot of power, and then you keep filming and after another 5 minutes or 10 minutes the icon goes red and you say, I have to change the battery already. So this is not what they say, it doesn't last how they say. But then you can keep filming for another 20 minutes. So at the end, it will be like a 50 minutes. One thing that is very important that you have to keep in mind is that if you are filming and your camera dies because of the battery, you will lose that last shot. So just keep that in mind. You know, this is something that maybe Blackmagic Design should consider to add in the battery icon the remaining percentage of the battery. I asked myself, what am I willing to give up? Am I willing to give up photos? Am I willing to give up autofocus just for the image quality? And my answer was hell yeah. But this is my choice. This is my opinion. We have a bunch of good cameras on the market. All of them have different pros and cons because no camera is perfect, again. But trying to put everything in perspective, the Sony a7S III starts at 4,000 euros, only the body. The Canon C70 begins at 5,500 euros. If you keep going up, the FX6 goes up to 6,000 euros. However, the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro cost 2,600 euros. Price-wise, this is the best cinema camera, professional camera on the market right now. And I believe that many people will agree with me. Thank you so much, and I see you again in another topic, Ruben.
Why do I need to be good all the time? I'm wrapped around his finger, but he is mine. Don't care what they say, too late anyway. Why do I need to be good all the time? Yeah, he gets when I'm in a bad mood. Then he knows how to make it alright. Yeah, I get that you got a history, but I don't wanna think about no other than us.